Yo, what's up guys, it's Richard here, and I'm bringing you my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer trailer analysis. So, we're gonna start here with the Windmills, which is nothing too crazy right now. But alright, let's see. Alright, and we're gonna stop right here, and the first major thing, right here, obviously, on the left-hand side, middle of the screen, is the custom class, like window that we see here. So, it's called I Am Electro. Why? Well, if you haven't seen the trailer already, I'm guessing you have. This is why it's an analysis. You obviously later on you have a shock charge thing that you throw. I'll get into that when the time comes. But one thing I want to point out: there's throughout these old trailers, every single time there's a custom class, it has 10 slots. And by 10 slots, I don't mean like 10 squares. I mean 10 of these squares that you can only use. So here we got one. The gun, the secondary, the 2 attachments for both, right? So that's 4. We got 3 perks, 7, a Semtex, and the shock charge, which is 9. But if you look a little bit closer, there's an extra shock charge to take up the 10 slots. So you have 10 slots to pick. Now, the combinations that you want to do it, that's what you want to do. You want to use a primary, go ahead. You don't want it, you don't have to. You could sacrifice it for something else. So, in this case, I don't know, this kind of makes me wonder, are they going to bring COD points back? Because when back in COD points, we could buy anything we want and just immediately use it. But here, we kind of need to sacrifice it. So it's kind of like that idea that if you want to use it, you have to sacrifice it. You have to sacrifice something else. So COD points might be back, I don't know. This is just my speculation, it could be back. Alright, so let's keep going. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the shock charge. Now, when you saw it throw, when he threw it, it was like 2 parts of this whole thing. This is the shock charge. There's that part that you see right here that's like all black and has like it's shining, right, with electricity. But the bottom part is a knife. If you look a little bit closer, you could go back, and it's a knife. So this kind of makes me question, when you throw it and you hit someone, right, like a Semtex, if you stick them with this knife, are you gonna kill them? You know, because tomahawks are back. Like later on, we're gonna see some tomahawks. And my question is this gonna kill him? Is it just gonna hurt him a little bit, stun him? Like if you shoot at him a little bit and then you stick him with that, will it kill him that way? Or if you just stick him immediately and the shock like kills him immediately or just takes away some of his equipment? That's kind of the things that I am trying to wonder about this shock charge. So. And the shock charge isn't like a normal stun or flash, I'm assuming, because it slows him down pretty good. And if you look at the animation, like the guys are like covering his eyes, so it's like blinding him in some way. But of course, animations are very tricky, especially in a Call of Duty franchise. So we're not gonna base that on just animations alone, but that's my speculation on it. So let's keep going. All right, so this gun is the M8A1 selective fire gun. Okay, take away the selective fire part, but it's called the M8A1, right, which is like a slight variation of the M4. But here's the thing that I've noticed: it's selective fire. Now, for those of you who don't know or are not too good about guns, guns come in 3 ways, right? It comes in semi-automatic, burst, or automatic. Automatic means you just hold on to the trigger and wait till the clip runs out. Burst is just 3 fire at some time when you pull the trigger, so you pull the trigger once, 3 bullets out, like the M16, and semi-automatic, which is like the FAL or MK14 from Modern Warfare 3. And now, if you look at the where the ammo is, and next to the gun's name it says burst, fire burst, right? Now, what does this mean? This might mean that you could pick your fire rate. Like the M8A1, you could this person obviously chose burst, but you might be able to pick semi-automatic or automatic. We don't know. That's just speculation, but it looks that way. No other Call of Duty has done that before, so we might be able to see some change in here. Alright, now here I want to point out something I didn't point out beforehand, in which if you look at the bottom right side, you'll see the Pointstreaks are back. That's right, they're back from Warfare 3. And you know, honestly, that's great. That's absolutely great. I I love seeing how many times I need to kill before I get to the next kill streak. That's fine. That's great. But here it's a little bit differently. If you see like around the trailer when they get one of the kill streaks, right? It isn't like in Modern Warfare 3 you see, let's say you want to get UAV, you gotta kill 3 people, right? But in the Pointstreaks, it shows 3 little like capsule type things, right? Like ovals, and you get, each kill goes in there, right? Or each objective, right? But here it's not really that. It's not like that. If you see around the trailer when they get kill streaks, you see it's going up to fill a bar to get the next kill streak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta keep getting kills until you fill up that entire bar, and then that bar resets down for the next kill streak. And when I say reset, I don't mean like you've killed 3 people for UAV and you want a SAM turret if it's back. You gotta kill 8 people again. I don't think it's like that. It's the same thing, but it's telling you to fill this bar. You need only this much of the bar to fill for your next kill streak. I think that's pretty much what it means. Okay. Now the weapon here, this is some tricky dinky shit right here. This is the PDW57 MMS automatic. Alright, I'm gonna keep saying automatic and all these things because to show you that throughout the trailer is different. Now, the reason I say this is tricky dinky is because the this dot sight here. As you'll see right here, it's gonna do like this heartbeat sensor like motion in which it's gonna scan what's inside of the frame of it, right? And you're gonna be able to see through crates, through walls, and this I'm gonna assume is Treyarch's answer to campers. Because honestly, if we could just look through the wall and see that he's just around the corner, bam, right there. Now this might also be very, very abusive. Like if you're trying to get an objective like B or B flag, or if you're trying to plant, you just stare right through the wall, and you'll be able to see him, and that's kind of not fair. So I want to see how it does it. Can it go through every single wall across the map? I hope not. Will it be able to? Maybe if there's like a one wall like difference, like can you only see past one wall or one crate, and then nothing else? Because we got to think about that stuff, especially Treyarch when they try to do these anti-camper things, trying to find them. But we'll see how they go as they move along. And as for the Pointstreaks, it seems hairier. That might be hairier. Chopper's back, and the top one to me looks like a satellite. To me, it looks like a satellite, and what this could possibly mean is just advanced UAV. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. And oh yeah, Dolphin Dive is back, so that's great. Now another problem, not necessarily a problem, but another feature of this special dot sight here is that you could see through smoke. Now it's not necessarily just through walls, right? But it's apparently through smoke. So now smoke can't hide you any longer. Also, again, if you're trying to plant a bomb or if you're trying to capture and someone throws a smoke grenade, before it was perfect. They have to guess or throw a Semtex right in the damn middle to get somebody. But now with this, I don't know. It's a hard call to say. It really is. It's a hard call. Alright, now we're at our next custom class right here on the right. And again, if you count them, we got we got the primary, the two attachments, the secondary with an attachment, that's 5. 2 perks, 1 Semtex, and 2 stuns or flashes. It's really hard to tell which one right here. So that's 10. And you also see that there's the 3rd perk missing. So that goes back to the notion that you're gonna have to sacrifice something if you want something else. So you want another Semtex, that's what you're gonna have to do. And also, I'm sorry that I counted that as a Semtex, but it actually looks more like a Bouncing Betty. So Bouncing Betties might be back, and we're gonna look at this gun right here. What is it? This is the LSAT hybrid optic. Now, obviously the hybrid optic part goes to the attachment. It's not the actual part of the gun. So I'm gonna guess this gun is just called LSAT. Okay, the LSAT. And this just has hybrid sight, which also confirms hybrid sight, obviously. And this looks like a light machine gun, and the title of this class, Runs for Funds and Guns. That's absolutely perfect. That's great. And now, If you look right here, this is back to the notion about the point streak. If you look at the point streak here, the bar is pretty much filled up, and he's gonna get the kill streak that we're gonna see called the Guardian as soon as he gets the kill. So we're gonna see, and then I'll pause it when after he puts down the Guardian and starts shooting. So. Alright, so now we've seen the Guardian. It's basically, from what I can see, like a placeable turret that transmits some sort of... it looks like radiation, but I doubt it's radiation. It's more... I guess you could blind them in a way, I guess. And here we feature the hybrid sight again. But if we take a closer look, if you look, the bar, I told you, he killed someone, the bar went all the way full, and he got the Guardian, he put it down, right? Another thing. We see right here the hybrid sight. Obviously in Black Ops and in Modern Warfare 3, we could change like the reticle inside. So that's back now, obviously, since it's not a normal looking red dot sight, and it's not red, it's orange. So color changing the red dot is back, and that's absolutely perfect. And he's gonna mow these guys down one at a time. Alright, so we got our third custom class window right here called a fly swatter. Now again, count them, it's 10. But the difference, the way that this is different is in two ways. Two ways is different. One, at the bottom of the window, you see the three weird slots of huge rectangle ones, and one of them is filled by another a soldier, right? Now does this mean you're gonna have an extra person? I doubt it. Probably it just means that you got a heavier vest that harder to kill you, you know, like ballistic vest. That's one thing. I don't know about that. But then on the perks, you see the third perk is also gone, but the second perk, which is the green perk, has an extra one. So it has two green perks. So here you can finally have 2 green perks, 2 blue perks, or 2 yellow perks, whichever you want, right? Now you could say we did that in Modern Warfare 3, but that was Specialist. Specialist, you had to pretty much earn it. Here you could just automatically put it on. So that's the difference here. And the gun is called like Chicom, Con. It's Chicom, I don't know. It's something like Chicom Con, and it's a burst weapon. I'm sorry I didn't say whether it's automatic or not. And the other two guns, both guns, PDW and LSAT, were both automatic, and here's burst. And coming up here, we're going to see the Dragonfire, which is the Killstreak, the one that is like the one that RPS Russia made in the video, the one that has like a four circles to fly around in, and it's like a small little plane. You'll see what I mean. Now, if I didn't point this out already, which is my bad, I'm sorry, I completely forgot about this. If you see on the left, we're going to see a title and an emblem. So, customizable titles and customizable emblems are back. It's absolutely perfect. That's great. So, we're going to have that. And at the bottom left, I thought you should know, instead of, the points are now 75 points, right? It's not 7,500 points. I know there's no difference at all. I know there's no difference because they count the same, but I just thought, like, you know, point this out. And again, the point streaks, we got a chopper, we got that satellite thing, and the bottom I have no idea. I just have no idea. And let's look at the minimap a second. Now, I know this is to make the trailer, right? But if you look at the minimap, there's no friendlies, or you don't have any teammates. Of course, it could just be for the sake of recording this video, right, to make the trailer, but this could be saying 1v1. I don't know. It could be, because there's nobody else on the map, and it's just you against an enemy, obviously. So that could be a thing. Let's hope so, because those things are actually pretty cool. 2v2, 3v3, and let's keep going. Alright, so here we are. This is how it's going to look like when you fly the Dragonfly, right? Now, here's a few key differences from this and like previous Call of Duty Killstreaks that you can take charge of. One, you actually have a UAV. You actually have a UAV. Now, at least I don't think any other Call of Duty Killstreak has that UAV to like look around, right? I doubt it. Like, you can call chopper and they would be there. That's one thing. And one more thing. If you look at the bottom right, you see like a little frame, a little how many seconds, and it says recording. Now, this could mean one of two things. One is that that's actually like the time it takes, like how much time is left of the dragonfly, like to be up in the air and shooting and everything. But another thing is, the one that's most likely, is that they kind of fixed the theater mode, because everyone knows how in theater mode in Black Ops, when you call in like an airstrike or something, you would just see yourself like talking to the huge walkie thing, calling it in. So here they could actually possibly fixed it. So now we can actually see how everything goes. It's not just a random thing. I don't know, that's just what I think. Alright, so here we have the new awesome looking Stinger. Quote unquote Stinger. It's not an actual Stinger like by its name. The name of this gun is, not gun, but rocket launcher, right? Rocket launcher is FHJ-18AA. So I'm guessing anti-aircraft is for the AA, right? And this is how it's gonna look. Now, I don't remember whether or not Stinger has 1 or 2 missiles. I think it was 2. I think there's always been 2. So this took down the Dragonfly pretty easily. So, and it locked on pretty well. It looks awesome, futuristic, as I'm guessing what they were hoping for. And I think that's pretty much it. Again, we got the satellite, we got the chopper, we got C4 down there, and well, I think that's pretty much it for this frame. Okay, so right here, let's look at this for a moment. All right, we're playing in some construction site or something, or on a boat, right? We've got your gun, which is now like a variation of the AK. Right there on the top right hand side, we see another custom class, which I conveniently paused to like completely forgot. Now, let's look at the custom class first. We got the AK, right? We got 2 attachments. We've got a secondary with no attachment, and again at the bottom 3, you've got, I'm guessing, the soldier again, and like the waist belt. Now, what does the waist belt mean? I have no idea. I really don't. 2 perks again, not the third one, and I don't. And that equipment, I don't know anything that it looks like. It could be brand new. It could be attack, tactical insertion. That might be back. I don't know. But there's 2 of them, so I'm guessing it's not tactical insertion because there's no way you could have 2, right? You're not gonna split yourself in half. And what else is there? Okay, your gun is a variation of the AK, which this gun is called the AN-94 automatic. All right, it's an automatic. Back to that. Pointstreak. The bottom one looks like the new UAV. The second one in the Pointstreak looks like a Valkyrie missile type or a Predator missile, and the third one, I have no idea. I can't even see it, pretty much. Okay, and your friends here have some riot shields. I wonder what they're going to do with that. Okay, before the guys do what they want to do with the riot shields, let's look at this. This is kind of concerning. This is kind of concerning in the sense that you just look through the scope and you see your enemies, like pretty much through the whatever it's there, the crates, right? This is kind of disturbing in the way that you just look through and you know where they are. Again, going back to that concept, if I'm planting a bomb or getting a flag, you know exactly where I am. That might be problematic. It could be. Now, if you look at the minimap, they're highlighted. So what this could possibly mean is that you have to have like a UAV or something to, like, if you see them on the minimap, you could see it there. I think that's what this scope is supposed to do. But another thing is that this scope doesn't look like a regular crosshair. Get me? It looks like you're shooting through a turret or something. Like with that little plus right there in the middle, doesn't look normal. Doesn't look like any red dot that I've ever seen. So I don't know. It could be the gun. It could be something else. It could be an attachment. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know until the game comes out. So now let's see what these guys do with their damn riot shields. Alright, that's what they finally did with the damn riot shield, right? So they put it down, like stomp on the ground, and there's a little bit of cover where they could shoot through. Now, normally, this is kind of odd, in my opinion. Like, I know it's supposed to be the future, right? And I'm guessing that they made a future where you could shoot out, but they can't shoot in, right? Or, or maybe that it's just like confusing me a moment, because that little area where he's looking through, that could just be like my misunderstanding that like he's gonna shoot through there and not like up upon the riot shield. That's probably bad on my part. But so yeah, you can finally put it down and make your own movable cover. Now my question is the riot shield going to be an equipment? Is it going to be a primary? And just take out your secondary to shoot them, right? But look at this guy. The gun that this guy has looks like a submachine gun. So I'm guessing either he's got this as an equipment or something, or as a perk, or maybe one of the three at the bottom. I don't know. We'll find out later on, but at least now you have a movable riot shield. Is this going to be a problem? I'm guessing that the riot shields are still going to be as vulnerable as like to grenades and stuff, especially since they can't move when it's stuck on the ground, right? And I'm guessing you're not going to be able to just take it out of the ground like that fast. If someone comes behind them and they see, they're not going to take it out that fast, and if they do, that itself could be a problem. So let's continue. Alrighty here. Now this looks promising. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is an AGR. This is a new kill streak. Imagine it like the assault drone in Modern Warfare 3, just about like 5x5 on steroids, right? So now we're gonna see it move. We're gonna see it kill. It looks really different. All right. Now here, I don't. As long as this doesn't become too overpowered in that sense, that like just shoot like 2 bullets at the guy and that's it and you kill him. I hope that's not the case, and maybe this could be a counter against riot shields, who knows. Maybe this could, since it has missiles, it could be second as a like a stinger, right? You could lock on an aircraft and you just shoot at it from there. And let's hope that the ammo is not like infinite, because if the ammo is infinite, you might as well just go around just shooting random shit and just get any kill that you possibly can. So let's take a look at how it works right here, and I'll get back to you guys on that. Alright, so now we got our next custom class, right? And this one is also kind of tricky dinky. Mostly use my blade. Okay. Now let's look at this custom class for a second. He has no primary class whatsoever. He has no primary gun. He only has a revolver as a sidearm. No attachments. The bottom 3 are all filled. Okay? And all the perk slots are filled. 2, 2, and 2. So this is odd. Can you have no gun at all, like secondary or primary, right? Can you do that, or do you have to have one of them and take up 1 slot of the 10? Another thing, since this obviously is called mostly use my blade, this has something to do with knifing. Like right now you're not going to see him like just shooting at him, knifing him immediately. You're going to see him shooting with the revolver, which if you listen, it sounds like the Python from Black Ops, or it just sounds like one of those guns, and trust me, it sounds like it. So let's see, Killstreaks. The Killstreaks. So look at the Pointstreaks right here. I don't know what the top one looks like. Okay, the top one looks really odd for miscues. The second one looks like attack dogs. It looks like a dog face. It really does to me. And if you look at it, and if my video is not too clear, then go back and look at the normal trailer as it goes on. And when you get to this part, just look really closely at the second one, because to me it looks like attack dogs. The top one, if there's one higher than attack dogs, that's gonna be freaking crazy. And the bottom one, however, it looks like an EMP in my opinion. It really does. And actually, now that I see it, upon closer inspection, it looks like the suicide bombers. And when I mean suicide bombers, and I'm talking about the third one, right? I'm not talking about the EMP. So there's EMP, check, attack dogs, check, and the suicide bombers, which you'll see at the end of this trailer, which I'll also pause to point out. So just stick around for a moment. And here it is, the knife. Now, there's some odd things about this knife. One, it looks kind of big. In my opinion, it looks a really huge knife. Like you really want to like kill someone with this thing, obviously. But the odd thing is, do you have to take out the knife now in order to knife, or like one of the 3 slots back in this custom class, like one of the knives that like, oh, you could take it out beforehand to get ready. It's not a ballistic knife. I doubt it's a ballistic knife, because it doesn't look anywhere like it, and it's too huge to be like shot out of. I'm guessing that weighs like a shit ton in order for it to actually like shoot straight well. So is this the end of panic knife? Are you or can we still like panic knife, but this way is gonna get the kill much faster in like a knife duel? Is that it? I don't know about that. We're gonna have to see later on. Well. Hello there, good sir. We got the Tomahawk coming right back here. I can't wait to throw that goddamn thing and hit all the fucking corners I can. Oh my god, there's no Call of Duty game without a throwing knife for a Tomahawk, but Tomahawk's always better because you can bounce them off and shit. So those are back. And also the good thing is, now instead of Black Ops it being a perk, a pro perk to get like 2 equipment or whatever, to have 2 throwing to Tomahawks, again you're gonna have to sacrifice something if you want 2 Tomahawks. So that's gonna happen now. Alright, now, so it took me a few times to find this, but we got another custom class window right up here, so let's get to it. Now, the first perk is gone. Alright, now we established that 10, you can only get 10 things, perks you can change, everything you can change. But although the person who was running went too fast, I can't see that if there's hardline or not, but you have in the secondary you have another primary. So in the first slot we got the USR 50, a semi-automatic, right? Semi-automatic. And the bottom one is the Ballista, which is semi-automatic, but as you're gonna see, it doesn't have a scope. So thank God we're going back to the war days where you didn't have to put on a scope if you didn't want to. That's absolutely great, because I've been wanting to like fuck that ever since. Like the closest thing we could ever have is just ACOG scope, but no luck. And again, if you look at the Pointstreaks, attack dogs, it looks like attack dogs, I'm telling you. The second one looks like advanced UAV, and the bottom one, I am not sure. I don't know. But also, if you take a look when he runs and he finds someone, he doesn't quick scope, but it does it really fast. Okay, it does it really fast. So quick scoping might be closer to Modern Warfare 3's quick scoping and like Infinity War's quick scoping, and it's not like Black Ops where you have to wait like 2 seconds for it to align perfectly and then you could shoot. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think that they're just dumbing it down a little bit. Okay, I don't know how, but it just might be. Alright, this is actually pretty cool. I'm guessing this is a new way to call in like UAVs and attack helicopters and all these things. So I just thought I'd point that out. And right upcoming right here, we're gonna have the next custom class, which is very nice indeed. Alright, so we got the next custom class here called Shotgun Sark, I believe, in honor, of course, to Mr. Sark, who just loves to run around with a shotgun. That's pretty cool that Treyarch did that. So, alright, again, 10, one at the bottom, 2 top perks, secondary, so that's nothing new. But what I do want to point out here, though, is this gun right here, the M1216 automatic shotgun. Alright, it's automatic shotgun. Now, this kind of troubles me, as you'll see when he kills this guy and his friend later on. It troubles me to say this, that it's automatic. Why? Because you could say that the AA-12 was automatic, but that's wrong. In the sense that, because automatic means you just pull a trigger and it just keeps coming. At least I think that also goes for the shotgun. But the fire rate for this thing absolutely surpasses the AA-12, which is kind of devastating. It really is, because you'll see it, and it's just automatic. It isn't like the AA-12. It just keeps spraying, right? There's pump action and semi-automatic, which is the AA-12. You could just keep spraying at the touch of your button. You wouldn't just hold it down; it would keep going. That's semi-automatic. This is automatic, and you'll see what I mean. This is actually pretty crazy. And I think that's it. The Killstreaks. I don't see anything too bad about the Killstreaks right now. So let's go. Alright, now I didn't pause back then when he used the C4, but the C4 is back. Thank God, I love the C4. But now, remember way back then, I think it was during the sniper, if I remember correctly, I said that there was EMP, attack dogs, and then these suicide bombers, right? I'm just going to call them kamikaze planes, or just kamikaze bombers. Now, from what I'm looking at this frame, there's a lot of them in the air, right? There's a lot of them. They're small, they're fragile. So I'm guessing you could just shoot them down really easily, right? Maybe they fly too fast for you to shoot, but you can still shoot them down, right? I doubt you'd want to use a stinger on this since they fly too fast and there's way too many of them. Now, looking at this plane's eye, quote unquote eye, I'm guessing it's a homing device, which means if you don't have the assassin or cold blood perk, I'm guessing it's in the game, right? If you don't have that perk, I'm guessing it could just home on you and just kill you, like straight up. So it appears fragile, you can shoot them down. There's a lot of them, and since this is higher than dogs are quite annoying and quite difficult to get. So this kill streak might be really hard to get. Like, it must be up there with a lot of them. So, and you're gonna see right now one guy's about to have an unfortunate day and just be taken out really quick.
Deathmatch, great vertical positioning here, spots two players, tosses out one shock charge and a second. Can he get them both? Takes out DJ Vaughn, smokes Macus with the double kill.
Alright, so from what we just saw, it was we saw the beginning part, right, when the guy was just shooting, right? But here's different. Here it shows the three teams fighting out. So we have confirmed multi-team deathmatch. So that's awesome right there, because one team against the other, it's not that fun, but I want to see how this goes, because multi-team deathmatch, when I played in Uncharted 3, that was awesome. That was really good. Having more competition, probably more players in, not just the normal 18. No, not 18, the normal 12, I think. Maybe it would be more, considering it's 3. But anyway, whatever. And this might also mean about tournament style mode, since the guy's commentating, but I guess you're not going to commentate on online game, like right there. He's going to have to be in a place, so that's probably mostly wrong. So let's watch the end of the video. Alright, so we come here to the end of the video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck all the way through, I just want to thank all of you. Please like, subscribe, comment. Anything is appreciated. Please share this. Hopefully I've given out enough information as it goes. And, well, I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.